Hi guys, welcome back to Podcast. So for today's video, I'll be reviewing this model. So what I got here is the Mini GT Nissan Silvia S15 D-Max number 70, and it was D-Max Racing 2023 D1 Grand Prix. So I've owned this model for quite a while now, but I don't have the time to open the box and review the model until now. So right now I have the time to open it and review it on this channel. So yeah, I'm just gonna do it. So I have this one, the D-Max Silvia, as well as the other companion to this model, which is the famously known top secret S15 Silvia, which we are going to talk about in another video. But for now, I will talk about this model first, the D-Max Racing S15 Silvia. And let's talk about the packaging first, as usual. So this particular version from Mini GT, especially the D1 Grand Prix, they are usually only sold in this kind of like blister packaging. And it is the same case as this one and also on the top secret. But if I'm not mistaken, there are a few models in the past that they release it in a regular box without the blister. I think that's the Supra, the Pandem Supra with the Cusco livery on it. And I think that's the only variant of the D1 GP that sold in a regular packaging. The other was sold in a blister packaging like this one. And yeah, let's talk about the packaging. So the packaging itself is pretty catchy. It's pretty interesting to see because not only you could see the regular box inside the blister as also the model itself, but the artwork itself, it's also pretty interesting to see that Mini GT takes time to kind of like make the blister or the artwork more interesting to see, that people want to kind of like display it like this, and it's already looking nice, just like this one. I think I'm just going to talk about it later. And yeah, the D-Max Racing in this blue color, I think they have two versions with a different numbers on the car itself. This one is number 70, the other one is in different number, which I have forgot. Maybe I will talk about it in another video again. But yeah, this one is the number 70, and the packaging itself is pretty much the same as other Mini GT blister packaging, like the Medio one, and there is nothing much to see on the blister because that's pretty much the standard or the regular types of packaging from Mini GT. But if you look closely on the top right corner, we have the D1 Grand Prix logo as well as this barcode, which kind of like direct a link to a unlisted video on YouTube where you can see this particular car in action in the D1 GP competition. So it's pretty nice to see that Mini GT put a feature, maybe like putting this barcode for you to see the real car in action. So yeah, that's pretty much about it for the packaging. Now I think I'm going to kind of like cut the blister off, and we are going to take a close look on the model and see the details. Alright, so this is what the model looks like outside of the packaging, and I've also took out the regular box from the blister itself, and we are going to take a quick look at the packaging. It basically just like the regular Mini GT packaging with the big logo at the front and also the model and the model name. But if you look at the left side, you could see this pretty cool license sticker from the D1 Grand Prix, which is also an embossed sticker. You could see the texture right here. That is pretty cool. But other than that, this is a pretty much the standard packaging or standard box for Mini GT. And yeah, you could see the name right here on the barcode, the 2023 D1 Grand Prix Japan exclusive. So I don't know if it's actual Japan exclusive because this one is sold regularly global. You could get it I mean like everywhere. It's not really that exclusive to Japan. So yeah, I don't really know about that. So now let's talk about the model itself. Wait, why is it like this? Right. So this is the model, and should we talk about it right from the front? So yeah, the front itself. Wait, let me fix the light. Okay, so the front itself, well, basically this is a D-Max body kit Silvia from Mini GT, like the orange first release, but this one is the competition version of it with the sponsors and the livery, and this kind of like make the model more interesting for collectors to collect, because this kind of like a race car or competition car is very interesting with the use of the sponsor. So let's start from the front. We got the D-Max website right here, the good rides, a lot of the sponsors. This is the D-Max, the body kit itself. We got the HKS, we got the TNK, Sunoco, and other than that. And also, the hood itself is covered in a carbon fiber tampo printed, and it is really detailed. If you look closely on the tampo, it's pretty detailed. And then moving on to the side, so yeah, this is pretty much the standard D-Max body kit like from Mini GT. And starting from the wheels, so the wheels is, I think this one is the same one as the first release, the orange one. It kind of like resemble the Graham-Lights 57 Extreme, the actual wheels that were used in the drift car. So I think Mini GT kind of like nailed the look for this model, which is pretty nice. And then yeah, continuing the sponsors, so there are a lot to see here. We got the Project Mu, which is the disc brake or the calipers, the braking system, I mean, for the car, and the GCG race, obviously the wheels, and Bright, maybe the bucket seat, and then what else? This Gran Turismo, blah blah blah, Zone, Sunoco. So if you want to see all the sponsors, you could pause it here. Yeah, because I'm not gonna talk about all the sponsors on this model because it's too much. But yeah, one thing I like to note about is that the number 70. So this car is number 70. The other one is on different number, like I said before. But yeah, this one is number 70, and it was driven by M. Yokoi, the drifter itself. So yeah, that is also one of the details that were Mini GT put on this model, which is pretty nice. And what else? So yeah, so this is the, like I said earlier, this is the wheel model that were used. So this wheels, it was called the 57 XR, kind of like the extreme version of this 57. You could also see the Graham-Lights on top of it. So yeah, this is definitely the wheel name. And moving on to the back, we got to see the taillights, which is pretty cool to see this type of taillights on the Silvia S15. And what else? Another livery, another sponsors, number 70, the D-Max, the website, the ORC. And you could also peep the exhaust pipes right here, which is painted black. Yeah, just like the underneath of the body, it was painted black. And what else? The sponsor is done. Oh, the wing itself is also have this race sponsors on top of it, and then GCG, SS Craft. What else? Oh, the roof. Now let's go to the roof. So the roof itself, it has pretty much the same or the similar finishing with the hood with the carbon fiber tampo, but unfortunately in my sample I have this small defect right here. Maybe this one caused by the model itself scratch the inside, the bubble packaging inside the blister. So yeah, that is very unfortunate, but maybe I could kind of like get away with it. I could still accept this defect, even though it's kind of like annoying to see from the photo. But yeah, what else can I do about a defect right like this? And then we got the TNK sponsor right here, just like the front one, this one. And what else? The rubber mirrors, it's standard for Mini GT. And then the windshield banner, the Gran Turismo, the real driving, the one Grand Prix, number 70. Yeah, and the exterior itself is pretty much just a plain black plastic, just like the regular Mini GT models. So yeah. Oh, on top of that, this particular drift car, the D-Max Racing, in this livery, they have a very interesting finishing, I mean, on the body color. So this is not just like a regular metallic blue. Instead, this is a chrome blue, which is very nice to see. Like, you could see the reflections on the door and then on the bumper. Like, it's very shiny. Well, it's a chrome, obviously it is shiny, but you could see the finishing itself is pretty cool. And the fact that this was sold the same price as the other regular model, it kind of like makes it more special, because you could have a true to scale finishing, just like the real car, which has a chrome. Maybe the real car has a chrome vinyl or chrome wrap, but on the model itself, it's the Mini GT, I think they've done something good to kind of like replicate the finishing with this chrome blue. So yeah, I think that's about it for this video. So this is the Nissan Silvia S15 D-Max number 70, and the D-Max Racing 2023 D1 Grand Prix number 70, driven by M. Yokoi. And yeah, I think that's about it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.